Good morning, everybody. I'm Christy, and this is my channel, Javagirlstitches, and this is Flosstube number 29. So first off, I'd like to welcome everybody back, all of my longtime subscribers, and I've gotten some new ones. Thank you guys so much for subscribing, for joining me here every couple weeks, and spending a little bit of time with me with my stitching, my crazy life. I really appreciate all of you. So first off, I'm just going to make this really quick. I know that the world is not in a good place right now, and I know it's scary. And so I'm going to speak from my heart very quickly. What I am doing is I am praying. I am praying with every ounce of my heart. I'm going to try not to cry, but there's so much hatred and just bad going on right now. So I am praying probably more than I have ever prayed in my entire life, for our country, for peace, for love, for understanding. And I encourage you all, if you don't know what to do, just pray. Pray for everybody, because that's what we need right now. So done crying. We're gonna stop crying now. Let's see. So basically this video, my videos are stitching, and that's one I want to stick to. And I hope that my video today can bring you some happiness, some joy, even if it's just a small amount. I hope that I can just bring some kind of happiness to everybody in this time. So let's get what's been going on in my life. Not a whole lot. My husband and I, we did have our 10-year anniversary. We celebrated that. Our plan was many years ago when we got married that we would go back to Hawaii for our 10-year, but that didn't happen, and that's okay. We just spent time together at home. I think actually on our anniversary, we were both so exhausted, we slept most of the day. But we did spend the whole weekend together, and it was really nice. And my dad bought us dinner. So we had dinner delivered to the house, and we just had a really good weekend together. I mean, that's really all that matters. Doesn't matter where you are as long as you're together. And we just keep looking at each other. We're like, can you believe we've been married for 10 years? And we're like, nope. But I'm very blessed to have such an amazing husband. And here's to 10, 20, as many more as we can get together. The boys finally got haircuts. They were looking pretty scraggly. Chase was having because he goes to work and he wears a hat, he's got like little curls coming out of his hat, and he's like, Mom. And John, his hair is just everywhere, and he's like, can we please get haircuts? So I was finally able to get them in, so they look much better. I'm like, I don't even recognize you two anymore. I'm like, you look like presentable children now. So they were very happy about that. We are swimming a lot. My husband bought a basketball hoop for the pool, so they love that. And we just been spending time together as a family, which is really, really nice. So that's pretty much all that's been going on here. And last week, all your comments, I loved reading your comments about all the shows you've been binge watching. A lot of you, a lot of the same things. Some of you have been watching the same stuff I have. I think Outer Banks is one of them a lot of people were watching, which my son has watched over and over again, both the boys, and it's because there's, cute girls in there, but I'm like, okay. So, and I was like, I don't want to watch it. So they just explained the whole thing to me, and I'm like, all right, we're good. So, yes, thank you guys for participating, and I loved reading all of your comments. And your comments on my the barn, thank you guys so much. My husband, he did an amazing job. And I am going to get some instructions for how to make it. And he also, because the piece of wood that's the main part of the barn, he bought a huge piece of it. So he just cut them all up, and he is going to make some barns for me to sell. So I don't know when he'll get to that. I'm hoping soon. He cut out the main part of it, but he has to cut out all the little pieces and glue them all together. He is going to do that. I know this weekend he has to work on his truck because it's broke. So once that's done, he will put them all together, and I will let you guys know. And instructions, I will get those ready for you. And then I will when I come back, I will have everybody email me, and I will send you guys instructions if you'd like to make it yourself. It's really not that hard. It's just cutting the wood and gluing it together. So yay for my hubby that he's gonna make some. He's like, we're not wasting this wood, we're just gonna make some barns. I was like, you're gonna make some people really super happy. So that's pretty much what's been going on lately. I did have some questions, and I do try to answer the questions in the comments, but these are ones I keep getting quite a bit, so I just thought I'd answer them on here real quick. There's just a few. Do I stitch 2/2 on 28 and 25 count Lugana? Yes, I do. I get asked this a lot. Would I do a finishing tutorial? And I have decided, yes, I will do one. I'm not sure when, but I will try to get it in sometime in the next month or so. I will get a finishing tutorial up for you guys. And then I've been asked, how do I stitch? Like in a hoop, Q-snap, or in hand, I stitch in a hoop. I have always stitched in a hoop. I have tried Q-snap, have not even tried stitching in hand yet. I would love to learn the sewing method though, but for right now, always a hoop. And then how many hours do I stitch a day? On a good day, I can stitch like 6 to 8 hours, 4 to 6, 6 to 8. It just depends. And then some days I don't get much stitching in at all. It seems like the first week after I do a video, I'm like, I don't do much of anything, you guys. I do very little stitching. I think I'm so exhausted from all the finishes and everything that my first week, that's why I don't do videos every week, because the first week I just do a little bit of stitching. The second week, it's like I get my booty in gear, and then I start getting the finishing done and way more stitching. I don't know why it works that way, but that's how it is. But so I try to stitch as much as I can, but I do like to stitch more at night, because during the day I seem to be doing more things. So at night, I definitely get way more stitching done. Okay, let's get on to the good stuff, the stitching. So I did get a lot of finishes done this past week, a lot. I was like, wow, sometimes my brain works and I can actually think of things. So let's show you those. So my first one is Red, White, Moo, and this was from Priscilla's swine farm. I don't remember what, it's swine farm. It's got the whole big thing, but I just did the small one. And so what I did is, this is just a frame from, I believe it's from Hobby Lobby. And so what I did is I attached the stitch piece and some red gingham to one piece of sticky board. And then I attached blue sticky fabric with sticky board on the back of it. And then if you can see the rickrack really close, what I did is I intertwined red and blue rickrack, and I glued it on, got a bow and a flower. And then if you see in the pattern on the stitch piece, they had a little border, and I think Kathy Haberman had made this into a pillow. So I knew I wanted to do some kind of border like that, and I just didn't want it down here, I wanted it on top. So this is just white felt cut into little triangles, and then I painted blue and red stars, sanded the edges, and I just glued that to the top. And I was super happy with how this turned out. And yes, I did try to get that bow up there. That was my original plan, but you could not see the banner whatsoever. So I'm like, all right, the bow's gonna have to go down here and the banner is gonna have to be up there by itself. But I love how this turned out. Super happy. So that's my first finish. All right, we're gonna have to move stuff I got. Okay, let's do my second one. Was In Full Glory by Blackbird Designs. And this is my finish on this one. And this metal tin, and it's got, I'll let you guys see the back. It says, it came from Michael's, and it says flowers on it, flower garden, something like that. I got it for like 60% off at Michael's. And it was funny because this was when we were in Utah, and my husband's like, well, didn't you see that stuff over there? He's like, what's that stuff? And I'm like, oh, it's on 60% off. He's like, man, I should have never said anything. So I went and I grabbed it. I figured I could use it for something. So I stitched this piece in Full Glory. Color changes inspired by Carol from My Life with Miss Sassy. And she does have a floss tube. Go check her out. She has amazing color changes and amazing finishes. And then what I did is I backed it up with 2 different kind of homespun, blue and red. And it's magnetized to the bucket. And then inside the bucket, I just put some greenery, some little picks, a star, a flag, and then on the top, I have magnetized 2 bows with a wood star I painted and sanded. And this is the quickest finish I've ever done. I knew exactly what I wanted. I just threw it together and it worked. Because I will be honest, my finishes take a really long time to do. Because if they're not perfect, then I don't like them. So it does take me some time. But this one, I knew exactly what I wanted and it came together really well. And I'm really super happy with it. You guys can see closer. But they might still have these, and they're probably like 60 or 70% off even now. And it's just a little tent, and it's in the garden, like the springy garden section at Michael's. So there's my second one. All right. Okay, my third one. They all seem to be big. I don't know how I'm gonna store all this stuff. But the next one, so this this drawer that my husband made me, I was going to paint it. Mitzi, lay down on the carpet and be quiet. Jeez. I was gonna paint it and use it for 4th of July, but I changed my mind, and I know this is moving around everywhere, but this is cream, and this is by Priscilla, one of her cup series, and it's the cow. And so what I did is I backed it on sticky board, I believe there's some rickrack, it's hard to even see at this point. There's a little tiny rickrack, and then I used like chicken coop fabric and then black gingham fabric, bow with a sunflower. And then what I did is I stuck a little bit of foam and stuck like a skewer stick. It's glued onto this, and it's glued to the foam inside, and it keeps wobbling around. But and then I stuck some flowers in there. Some greenery, and there's actually some raffia in there too. And I was super happy. I had a different finish idea for this, and then this drawer was just sitting there, and I'm like, And then I had this whole bunch of flowers, and I was like, you know what? I just started chucking the flowers in there, and I'm like, I think that might work. So this is gonna go in my hutch in my kitchen. So super happy with how that one turned out. All right. I really need to make smaller finishes, you guys. Again, because my husband, we're going to get my 4th of July stuff today. It's all in storage, and he was like, well, you only have like 1 box for 4th of July, right? And I'm like, no. I said, remember I told you to put all the 4th of July boxes in the front because I was gonna need those first. He's like, I don't even know where they're at. So we have to go dig through storage today, and 1 box. Like, you know me better, honey. You know I have like probably 4 boxes of 4th of July. Okay, my next finish. I got this tin a little while ago at Walmart, and as soon as Priscilla's cup of this, I don't even know what it's called, you guys, I'm sorry, sip of the seasons, these came out. I knew I wanted to pick 3, and so I waited till they all came out, and I picked the 3 that I liked the best. And I knew that I was like, I'm going to squeeze them on this bin or plastic tin no matter what. So I did have to trim down a little bit, because when I first had it together, it was kind of hanging off the edge, and it was driving me nuts. And I sent it to Anna, and I'm like, what do you think? And she's like, I know that's driving you nuts, girl, with it hanging off the edge. I'm like, yes, it is. So what I did is I did all 3 of these onto sticky board, and then I did the red, and I just trimmed down the red really small. And at first I had 3 pieces of, there's a little bit of blue, you can barely see, fabric at the bottom, around the edges. And when I did 3 of them together, all 3 separately, it did not fit. So I used 1 big piece, and then I was able to fit it on here with it not hanging off. So I did that, and then on the top I added there's 3 bows, and then the little gingham star in the middle. And the bows are basically attached with wire around the top, and then I used a little bit of E600 glue so they wouldn't be flopping around everywhere. But I was so happy with this one. This is exactly what I wanted to do with it, and it took a little bit of work, but it turned out. So I'm so happy. I love it so much. And this series, so cute. So cute. So that is my 4th finish, right? Yes. And I got 1 more, you guys. 1 more. I was bound and determined to get all these patriotic finishes done this time. Okay, my next one is Oh My Stars by Little House Needleworks, I believe. And this is my finish. So what I did on this, I used the house from Walmart. I added some rickrack on sticky board. I added red gingham and then light blue gingham because it matched with that. And then I glued it to this. And then I added some bows, some picks. And these are actually Christmas picks, but I'm like, it matches good. So I just pulled them out and put them in there. And then I have a little covered button, but it's covered with a little tiny star. And I love this. And I actually bought another house. I have an extra one just in case I need it for anything else. But I love, so happy with how this turned out. Again, another big piece that my poor hubby, he doesn't realize that there's gonna be lots more boxes of Patriotic this year. Okay, so for those are all, oh yeah, those are all my FFOs. So all of this was Stitch Mania. So for Stitch Mania, I had 11 starts in Stitch Mania. 8 of them I was able to get finished and FFO'd. 2 of them I'm still working on, and 1 just needs to be FFO'd, and this is the one. I finished Feels Like Home from Fat Quarter Shop. And that house was a beast, but I absolutely love it. So cute. And I have everything ready for this. This was supposed to be finished for this video. And I have everything laid out, but I have no sticky board. And trying to get sticky board is so hard right now. So I do have a couple orders, and I did order some from Amazon, and it will be coming today, of course. So next video, I'll actually probably post it on Instagram first, but so I'm all ready for that one to be done. Okay, let's see, whips. I only have 3. So the first one, Topia. This was the next one, the next release. It's release 10. I think they're on 9 right now, which is, I think, this one. And then I started the border last night. So I want to finish this hopefully today, and just be ahead and have it done. So that's where I'm at on that one. My next whip is the July Truck. It's the small, you guys know it, by Priscilla, the Truck and Along series. And I love stitching this one. And that's where I've got started so far, is the bottom part. And I want to get this done. I know how I'm gonna finish it. And I wanted to get this done before I decorate, which I'm not, but this is what I'm gonna work on. I am gonna get that done before the end of June. The next one I started was Salmon Liberty, also by Priscilla. And this one, you guys, is taking me forever because I decided to stitch on Monaco again. And when I coffee tea dye my Monaco, I don't know if you guys have problems, but it shrinks the fabric, and it's like I bend needles, and it's like I struggle with it. If I buy the other kind that's already coffee tea dyed, it works great, but I don't know why when I coffee tea dye it myself, it hates me so much. But this is what I've gotten done. And we're not gonna even talk about how long this took me. This is like 3 days of work, and that's all I got done. So it does take me a lot longer, and I want to finish this too. So this one and the other Patriotic, I am going to work on like a mad woman and try and get them done. So, and the needles, I've tried Pat Carson 26 needles. I always use ball tip needles 26. Anybody has any ideas of a better needle that might go through the smaller holes, that will make my stitching a little bit quicker and easier, I'll take any suggestions. But I love that pattern, it's so cute. Okay, that is it for my whips. Okay, haul. You guys, I cannot be called an enabler this time, because that is definitely my nickname from everybody, that I'm an enabler. I only got 1 thing for haul. So I did really good. This is like a one-time only thing that'll probably ever happen, but I got the Prim fabric and Prim Orifloss box. And this is for Lori Holt's new Stitch Along coming up in July, the Prim series. If you've been watching Fat Quarter Shop, you'll see Kimberly's given like sneak peeks of it, and it looks beautiful. And I am gonna stitch it on one big piece and hang it in here. So that's it. I know, surprising, huh? You guys know I always have tons of haul, and I don't. I haven't been buying stuff except for floss. I bought lots of floss, sticky board, and that's about it. I really haven't bought any patterns lately because, you know, I have quite enough. So I think that is, it's gonna be a short video this week, even though I feel like I had all this stuff and I don't, that's really all I got. So we are going to get to giveaways. Let's see. Okay, so last week I had 6 different giveaways. So the first one was the barn. So this is what it looks like, all unfinished. So all you have to do is paint it. You can tape off so you can paint the edges around it, but it's all put together. So all you have to do is paint it and stick your stitch piece on there. So the barn is number 1, and the winner of that is Wendy Banta, B-A-N-T-A. So congratulations, you are the winner of the barn. The second giveaway I had was the bag, the adorable bag from Dot Dot Goose Designs. And the winner of that is Pat Myers. So congratulations to you. I need to find out the home pattern. Okay, number 3 was the home pattern from Fat Quarter Shop. And I know I am gonna butcher your name, and I am so sorry. The winner of this is Jennifer Domaski, oh my gosh. Okay, I'm just gonna spell it. Jennifer, D-O-M-A-S-Z-E-W-I-C-Z. Not even gonna try to say it again because I don't wanna butcher it again. But you are the winner of the home pattern. Number 4 was the Snowflake pattern. And the winner of that is Lisa Kapple, K-A-P-L-E. So congratulations. Number 5 was Rovarius Witch's Dead and Breakfast pattern. And the winner of that is Allie Willard. So congratulations. And the last one was the Liberty Sampler. And the winner of that is Elizabeth Twellman, T-W-E-L-L-M-A-N-N. So congratulations, everybody who has won. All you have to do, I will leave my email address in the show notes. Email me and I will get those mailed off to you. But thank you, everybody, for participating. I really appreciate it. Thank you for sticking with me all the time and watching. I appreciate each and every one of you and your wonderful, sweet, kind comments. And when you reach out to me on Instagram and just getting to know everybody. Thank you guys so much. So my plans are to finish those 2 4th of July ones. I am going to start decorating tomorrow, so I'm really excited about that since I didn't get to decorate for Easter. So that's my plan, and to finish those. And I am going to start working on, I have pulled some Halloween. I want to get started on that. And then for Jolly July, I am going to participate in that. And I'm gonna start pulling like some Christmas stuff that I want to start stitching. I know Priscilla's new pattern, the Santa one, I'm definitely gonna be stitching that one. And then some other Christmas ones for Jolly July. And I think that's really all I've got today, you guys. So I hope everybody has a great couple of weeks. Everybody, I'm gonna be praying continually for everybody. And just remember, please be kind. Just be kind to everybody. You know, you never know what they're going through, what they're struggling with. So that's always been my message, and I will continue to stick by that. Please be kind. I mean, we need kindness and understanding more than anything right now. So that's about it, you guys. So I hope you guys have a great couple weeks, and I will see you guys next time. Love you all. Bye.